Hi, so it's Tuesday and today we've got a really lovely little lesson for you and we're going to be doing pansies. So it's quite simple in the drawing but we'll build it up together. Let's get drawing. So like all of the drawings that we do, we always have to think whereabouts we want to start this off. And I thought really hard about this actually. So we're going to go, that's about the middle of the page. And I want you to come down, staying in the middle, but come down here. And we're going to start with just a very small oval circle stroke oval. And this looks quite complex when you see the finished one, but it's not if we break it down, as always. So we're going to start first by taking this bottom middle petal, which is the biggest one here, and we'll take both those lines out. It's not a straight line, so there's barely a straight line in this drawing. Every line you do, try and put a little kink or a curve in it. So starting with those two lines coming down, and then give it a slightly wavy bottom there, and that's that first petal. So that starts off now. With this second one, we want to come up like that and out. It's a really distinctive shape of pansy, so that you can really tell what flower it is quite quickly, coming round to there. And on this side we're going to do the same, so we're going to come out and round. I'm going to take that up quite as much and round to there. So that's our 3 petals in. So this one here, we're going to go from there. So just keep thinking, right, where do I start and where do I end? And that's as simple as it is. And this last one is a kind of overlapping to there. And that's a really simple first set of shapes for our pansy. So if you get those in, and we'll move on to the next. So now we're going to stick in 2 more flowers coming off it. So the first thing to do is just to take the stalk. So I'm going to start, the stalks of pansies are very thin, so I'm going to start them there like that. I'm going to take them up, really relaxed. I'm going to immediately, I can feel my hand getting tight, so I'm just going to loosen my grip slightly and move it further up the pencil. And immediately I can feel that, the difference then with my drawing. And take that up to there. So that's the first one. So up here, we've got, leave a small gap, and we're going to take it up like that. That first petal straight across. Again, do you remember what I said? No straight lines in this really. Every line has got a curve on it. And we've got another petal coming down like that. And this is the last one, and we're going to take it over there like that. So that's that one done. So now this one here, we're going to go on that overlap petal, which I might just take up slightly there, like that. I want just 2 lines, very small. And we'll start with this petal here, which comes off the stem. There's an almost triangular shape to this, you'll see when you start and pause it, but not straight lines. And then let's put the little circle in there. So that's a little circle, and that will lead us to get the other petals coming off. So that's 1. And coming around there like that. Take that one up there. And then one there. And then we're coming on to the last petal now. And that is there. So if you pause now and just put those 2 in. So the final bit really is we've just got the leaves and one little bit up here where we're going to come here at the top of the stem, between the stem and the flower, and just put that little shape in there. And then coming down, we're going to have leaves coming off the whole thing. So we've got 1 leaf there, really simple now, these leaves, just building it up. 1 there, another one coming out like that, and 1 here at the bottom. And if we take another one here, I'm actually going to point that down like that. Coming up there. And then the very last one here. And that's our drawing. So we've broken it down. We just want one last thing to finish it, which is these bits here in the centre. So what looks initially quite complex, and it's the same for anything, whether you're drawing a landscape or a portrait, if you can break it down, really sort of half close your eyes and think, what are the simple shapes behind this drawing? Then you can pretty much draw anything. So I'm going to do this using watercolour pencils, and I've got 5 pencils here that I'm going to use. I'm going to start with the red, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline each of the petals. I'm not going to go around that central bit because we're going to do that later with the purple, but I'm going to outline each of these with my red. And then in the top 2, I'm going to go like this from the centre. I'm not going to colour the whole thing. From the centre, I'm going to go up. And in these 3 petals here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a bit of orange there. You can see I'm not colouring the whole thing. I'm going to put a bit of yellow as well, just around the edges. And this is where watercolour pencils will work their magic. So with a clean brush and a bit of water, starting in the centre here, I'm going to take that out. Now if I clean my brush again, so there's just water on it, and then I can take it, can you see there? It's much paler at the outside then. Same here, nice and dark. Clean it, so it's just water, and then it'll take it to the edge like that. So you can get some lovely effects, just have a play with the pencils. What we're going to do here is I'm going to take the orange, and each one here, I'm going to turn it, and then I'm going to take it in between these central bits of the flower. Again, we'll do that here. And take it out right to the edges. And at the edge, can you see how as soon as my brush touches that red, it's going to bring the red into it as well, so you get a really nice effect from the watercolour pencils. Here's the same. Bring it in, and we'll take it all the way to the centre, pulling in bits of that red as well. So that's our central flower. Just while I'm here, I'm going to colour this little bit orange, but I won't turn it to paint, I'll just leave that like that. Now with these ones, I'm going to put in 2 of the petals on this in purple. I'm just going to go around them, 1, 2, same effect, quite heavy in the middle and nothing on the outside, and the same for this one. Making sure my brush is really clean here, because if I've got any orange on it, it'll just turn it to brown. So turning the central bit on each of those, and then with just clean water, take them so they go out like that. And we'll do the same with the yellow ones. So I'm going to have 3 yellow petals on here. Just a touch of orange in them, just little bits there, so that it complements that one down there. And we'll do the same here with these petals. 1, 2, 3, touches of orange. I'm going to put in the centre there of those ones. I'm going to do that in orange. I won't turn that to paint. So again, with my brush, this time I'm just going to really go over the whole thing. So you can see how the orange just mixes into the petals there. It gives it a bit of colour. Like a golden colour, pansy colour. And here, this last one. Now all we need to do is to pop in the green and to finish off the centre. So with the green, just going, I'm going to go around it. I won't need to do any more than that. That's plenty of pigment for a little thin part there. And what I'll do is I'll just take my thin brush, some clean water, because my water's started to go a bit yellow. And I'm going to go like that. Turn each of those stems. And with the brush, with the leaves, I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to go round them. Maybe a little bit of pigment, but not a great deal. I don't want them to be really dark because the painting's about the flowers, really. So I'll just do this really quickly. Now, unfortunately, my flower's still wet, but I'm hoping if I'm careful, I'll be able to avoid blending in. So just turning each of those leaves to paint. And then once I've done that, there's just one final bit to finish off, which is the centre of the main pansy. And I'm going to do that using a purple. So that will match the purple up in the top too. Yeah, like that. I'm not going to turn that, I'm just going to put it in with the pencil so it looks slightly different effect. And that is my finished pansy. Hope you really enjoyed that. We would love to see your pansies, so please make sure that you send them to us. You can send them on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We really want you to join us tomorrow, not just to join us, but to tell everybody you know about what we're doing tomorrow. So tomorrow is our 99th and 100th daily draw, and we're going to be celebrating with Winnie the Pooh. So we really can't wait to see you tomorrow.